Hi there, hope you're doing well. So whenever I want my makeup to look fresh and polished and like I've actually slept for 8 hours, this is the look that I keep coming back to. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can nail a clean and fresh makeup look. It's lightweight, it lasts beautifully throughout the day, and it just makes your skin look healthy rather than overly made up. All the products that I'll use today will be tagged in the video itself, so you'll just need to follow along. Now let me exactly show you how I do this. I usually do this off camera, but I'm going to show you how I'm prepping my skin before I start doing my makeup, because this is a very skin forward look. This is where your skin is going to shine, and using the correct formulas is very important for that. First, I'm using Clinique Moisture Surge Face Spray. This one freshens up your skin and also adds a bit of hydration. If you want, you can totally use any other moisturizing toner. For moisturizer, I'm going to use Embryolus Creme. What I love about this moisturizer is that it intensely moisturizes your skin. It does not even feel heavy or greasy. It works very well under makeup too. It's one of those creams that you can easily use as a hydrating primer. Now, sunscreen. I have so many sunscreens, but there are very few which work well under makeup, and this is one of those. La Roche-Posay really knows how to do skincare well. I also love their Cicaplast Balm. With a lot of sunscreens, makeup starts balling up, but with this one, I have never faced that issue. Now that skincare is done, we're gonna wait for about 5 minutes. You need to give your skin time before you jump into makeup. You know, if I apply my makeup immediately right now, it's not gonna stay. It's gonna move around, even if I use like the most long-lasting setting spray. You can have your coffee, you can do your hair, just give it 5 minutes. The break is over, now let's get into makeup. I'm starting with Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So this is a makeup which I mostly do on days when I'm stepping out, and the longevity of the makeup is very important for me, and I love this primer for that. Just make sure that you're not applying too much of it. A very thin layer is all that you need. I told you that it's a skin forward makeup, right? So we're gonna make our skin shine. I'm using K-Beauty Strobe Cream in the shade Twilight Glow. What I love about this product is that the shade really complements my skin tone. It doesn't have any chunky glitter, and it adds the most natural glow to my skin. This is something that you can use even if you're not putting any concealer or foundation, because it looks super pretty on bare skin and it's quite subtle. Now we're gonna do brows, and this is the only makeup step which I don't particularly enjoy. It feels like this step doesn't make much of a difference, but it really does, so I like to take my time with it. You gotta fill your brows as naturally as possible, and don't press the pencil too hard. You need to focus just on the gaps and then brush them up. After filling up my brows, I use a brow gel. This one is from Rare Beauty, and I really like it. So my brows naturally lean downwards, and this one keeps them set and up for a very long time. To get that clean and fresh look, one of the most important things is to choose the correct formula of the products. I like to use all cream-based products for such look. I'm starting with the bronzer. This is a Rare Beauty bronzer. I love the shade of this bronzer. I feel like it's very natural. It doesn't look too harsh on the skin. Plus, it blends beautifully. Bronzer is blended. Now I'm gonna go in with a lip and cheek tint. Usually, I apply this tint directly on my cheek, but I've stopped doing that because the last time I did that, it left a patch which was very difficult to remove. This one is from Fee, and it is one of my favorite colors. I've taken it on my palm like this. I would rather have a patchy palm than a patchy cheek. Next, I'm grabbing a blush brush, picking it up on the brush and stamping it on my cheek. At this point, I'm not really afraid to go a little overboard because we will use concealer later. You can do this step before applying your powder blushes as well, because it really makes it bulletproof. I'm also applying the tint on my lips so that it is properly set by the time I apply my lipstick. Now I'm going in with concealer. This is NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and it's one of the most natural looking concealers that I have. I'm only applying it under my eyes and only doing spot correction on areas where I need a little coverage. Now I'm simply blending it out, and I am using a light hand with my concealer brush. I definitely have a little more blush on this side of my cheek, so I'm balancing it out with just a little bit of concealer. You know, this is one of those makeup looks where you don't focus too much on the blemishes or the pigmentation that you have on your skin. That's how you keep it natural. You don't need to cover each and everything. Now that this is done, I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish and this thin powder brush. I'm going to pick a little bit of powder on it, dust off the excess and apply it just under my eyes and my T-zone. Even with the powder, I've not gone overboard. You can see the skin is still looking shiny and healthy. I forgot to tell you, you need to apply a little bit of powder on your smile lines as well. I'm not going to use any highlighter, but I will use a shiny blush as a topper. We don't need too much, just a very light layer of it. This blush has this very subtle shine, which I love. Last few steps, I'm actually not going to apply any eyeshadow on my eyes. Most of the times with this sort of a makeup, I like to keep them bare. Now, this is a good stage to use your eyelash curler. I unfortunately don't have an eyelash curler, so I'm going to straight go in with the mascara. The mascara which I'm using is Clinique High Impact Mascara. It's a beautiful mascara. I've been using it quite a lot. It adds a bit of volume and length and looks really natural. I'm really sorry for the jump scare, but this mascara separates the lashes so well. For lips, honestly, you can apply any of your favorite nude lipsticks, but I am going to go for Nina Park style lips. For that, first I'm outlining my lips with a warm brown lip liner and I'm overfilling just my Cupid's bow. Then with my pinky finger, I'm smudging it a little bit. Lastly, I'm topping it with Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. I don't want my lips to look too brown toned, so I'm applying a little bit of tint right at the center. Honestly, you can just go ahead and apply your normal nude lipstick because this is definitely overcomplicated and you need a bit of time to do this. Last and final step, Charlotte Tilbury's setting spray. And this is the final look. It is fresh, it is polished, and it makes the skin look so nice. This is really the kind of look which never goes out of style and it is doable every other day. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video right here. I really hope that you enjoyed watching it. I'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye. Mwah.